Hello and welcome to the professionals. I'm your host Thann. Today we have with us Chuyên from the Window Research. Thank you very much, Ji, for joining us.
Good afternoon, Thann. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. Could you share with us a little bit about yourself and what the Window Research does?
I'm Thuy and I have 24 years of experience in this industry. I've spent my first 14 years working for Nielsen and CBI, the two leading research agency in both from the international side and local side.
Nice.
And then I spent the rest 10 years, like so far, working for myself. I founded the Window in 2009. And we are celebrating our 10 years anniversary this October.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And the Window is a boutique research agency majoring in qualitative service. But recently we also added quantitative into our product portfolio.
Interesting. So now you have both sides of the story.
We have both sides of the story, yeah.
So what would be some misunderstanding or misconception that brand builders have about working with research company?
There are two key misunderstandings.
Yeah.
The first one is like they think us as a data bank.
Oh.
Anytime they knock at our door, we should have like something to give it to them.
Oh.
They don't need to spend time to do research with us. They think that we already have the answer in our bank. The second misunderstanding is actually they think of us as business spy.
Oh.
Do you know anything about my competitors? What have my competitors been doing recently, kind of thing? Yeah.
Oh dear, that would be tough. There are this obsession of a young young brand builder, or even sometimes the old ones, to find insight. But insight is hard to come by. So what would you suggest the young professionals to do working with research partner in coming up or increasing their chance of getting insight?
I think the first and foremost, they need to understand the business goal. Because like some come to our agency and say that we need to have the insights about ABC category. But then when we ask them back, what are their current issues? What are the problems that they are facing? They even don't have a very concrete answer on that. So like you need to understand your business goals, your business background, and then the objective, why you need to conduct the research. So to make it short, like you should prepare a very good brief to tell the agencies what you want to have from the research, from the project. That's the first thing that we need to have before we can get a good insight. Yeah.
A lot of time we're not so sure our brief is good enough. So how do we do?
Normally we prefer verbal briefing with client rather than just like sending us a brief and then we develop the proposal from a written brief.
You have worked with different industry, different level of marketers. Some are good, some are really good. What are some characteristics of those who are really good?
There are some clients we enjoy working with and they are great clients to us. And as I shared with you before, the level of like trust they give to us and like the more concrete of the brief they give to us is like is what helps us to define a great marketers. Because like if they are willing to give you like all of like the secret angles, the secret issues that they are facing in their company, that help you a lot in like designing a comprehensive project for them to address their issues.
I see.
And the second thing is like they need to be compassionate. Because like you working in an industry where you deal a lot with people, and if compassionate is not like good enough.
Just now you mentioned about being compassionate. This is new and this is my opening to me. How does being compassionate helps great marketing professionals get more out of it?
When I say compassionate, I mean it more for like the compassion, the understanding, the sympathy you extend to your respondents. because like you have to be in contact with them, interact with them. And if you show your understanding, your sympathy, your genuine interest in like understanding, in getting to know them better, then you can get more insights from them. They are like open to you, they share a lot of like findings, a lot of their opinion to you, then you can get like deeper insights, which like in turn help you a lot in like designing or in developing your concept, in developing your product, your strategy.
This is actually pretty eye-opening and helpful, because being compassionate doesn't have to do with years of experience. It's just mentality.
And I think that is common sense. It's common sense. Like it is a personality rather than like experience.
I see.
But you can practice it. You can practice it like during your working time. You accumulate it. Yeah.
What are some challenges that most marketing professionals are not aware of working on research?
There's three things.
Yes.
The first thing is about deadlines, because like anytime my client come to us, they always start their conversation with a statement, I need this to do as soon as possible. Or like this is so urgent, that's why I knock your door. But they need to understand that like we have lead time. We cannot like accelerate the progress, otherwise it will impact the quality of the findings, the quality of recruitment, the quality of like logistic preparation. So like we understand that like hours are long, deadlines are short, but we expect that client also understand that and give us like very reasonable deadlines, which is like good for both sides. Yeah. And the second thing is like another question that clients always ask, like how much is it? Can you cut the cost, because like we are facing of like budget constraint.
We always yes.
But we have like different cost options for client to choose from.
Yes.
From the very budget one to like the rounded one, which is like more expensive, but like you get what you pay for.
So it's better to talk about your costs.
Better to talk about the cost, better to share about like your expected outcomes, because you cannot say like I want everything with a very low cost, which is not cheap. Cheap is not good. Yeah. Okay.
What about another one?
Another thing is like I think that a dilemma for both agency and client.
Yes.
Because like when you pay for something, you want like the most professional one, the most like experienced one to be involved in your project. But sometimes client always ask for me, for example, to be their moderator.
Yeah, they ask for the most senior, most longest service.
And you often do that also. So, but they don't know that like sometimes it depends on the category. It depends on the respondent we are talking to. If it were like the young respondent, it's the better to leave our young manager to handle the focus group discussion, because like they share the same language to the respondents. Me, with my experience, I can do that well, but it cannot be as thorough as like our young manager do it. So like if I'm the consultant, sit at the back of the mirror and to help the client in the debriefing, when my young manager conduct the focus group discussion in the teenagers or the young adults language, that would be very fruitful for both sides.
Understood. What's your point of view when brand manager or ABM sometimes or a lot of times keep asking for insight? Is it something that they should aim for, or should they aim for something more like understanding first?
I think it's reasonable for them to ask for insight, because like at the moment, all of the categories is coming to the maturity point. So like if you can get some insight, then it will make you different from your competitors. So it's very understandable when the young marketers come to ask for insight, and it's also a way for them to show that they are sophisticated in front of their their managers, their bosses as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But I agree with you, like sometimes insight is good, but you need to have some basic understanding first about like your respondents. Like sometimes the routine activities that your respondents are doing, the very basic practice that your respondent have with your products is like very valuable. Not just like some insight you dream about, but you don't know where it is,
Coming from.
where it comes from. Yeah.
When client being extremely professional, really well behaved and really collaborative, how does it bring better results?
That helps a lot because like we will know what they already have,
Yes.
what they still thirsty for,
Yes.
and then we also know like what they appreciate or not really appreciate from the previous research, so that we can like give them first a very good design on the approaches, the best approaches that like we should do for this round of research.
Yes.
And then we also know like what kind of findings we should prioritize to present to our client, what we should focus on when we talk to our customer, our consumers. So at the end of the day, that research is like a very successful because like our client love it, and they find that it's very helpful, and we also feel like we contribute a lot. We feel like we are motivated.
Yeah, it's just a new space of
Yeah,
finding, right?
and we have good energy to be involved in the project.
So from previous example, you were saying about getting the research partner a little bit more excited, and it tends to allow both teams to together explore or learn about new things. But we tend to think of research as something like mandate or process following. So how do we excite our research partner better?
I have to emphasize here again about the proof. We as a your research partner, we need a very comprehensive proof in which you show your trust to us. That means like you share with us in details what are your concerns, what are your like not very comfortable or not very happy with the previous findings, or what make you very happy with the previous findings as well. And also like what are your real concerns, because some of the client make it like a quiz to us, like you have to guess it, and that's not good for both sides. So like a comprehensive brief is very important to us. And come back again to compassion. I think that the compassion, our client first extend to us, because like we are the one who meets them first, not the respondents.
So the great one tend to be more compassionate.
Not more compassionate about like understanding. For example, the client I told you before, they understand that like we are new in the industry, and they don't judge us like they are newbies, they don't have experience. But like instead of like judging us, they just like give us their understanding. They share with us their understanding about the category, so that we can do a better job for them. So that's compassion to me. So like compassion is also like very important.
Understood. As there are more and more younger generation brand builder, marketing people coming to the industry and growing up, what could be one or two advices you might wanted to share with them to grow up being good professionals?
I think first, because they work in marketing field, so they need to have like some good branding and marketing knowledge first, because that will help them a lot in like briefing and also like manage the project that the agency conduct to them. They will know like whether they get a good result from the agency or not. And the second thing is like still about the compassion. That comes from the personality, but I think that they can also practice it, because like when they have compassion, they will have patience to listen to the respondent, to mingle with the respondent, and then they can get like deeper insight, deeper understanding of a consumer's life. Then it helps a lot in like their product designing or communication designing. And the third thing is like apart from the marketing knowledge, they need to have some basic understanding on the research methodologies. Because like some of the young marketers, when they come to us, they don't have very good differentiation between like quantitative or qualitative.
Yeah.
Like some come to us with a qualitative brief, but they ask to have percentage, they ask to have statistic. So that will consume a lot of time, very time wasting for like us and them also, and that won't lead to a successful project or result, project result I mean. So this is the 3 advices I have for the young marketers from an agency point of view.
Understand. So sometimes we can invite the windows to go and then share about how research is about.
We can have like some guidance on how to use research and how marketing research is about. Yeah, the role of marketing research in your organization.
We came across a lot of research data presentations and all that, but the way great professionals handle it would definitely be different from average or normal ones. From your experience, how do great professionals in marketing handle the research data?
I think that not only the marketer but also like the researcher ourselves, we should look at data from both from 2 different perspectives, big pictures and also details. You cannot take things out of its context. Like there are many times that I see the marketers, they present to us or they present to their board a piece of data without any context and then label it with a meaning that they can think of, or it reflects their own intention.
I see.
I think that that's not the way that we should use research. We should read the data, we should use the data within its context.
So with your breadth of experience, you would have seen somebody from since they were ABM and now growing up to be vice president or marketing leadership position. How are these talents different from their peers when they were young? Because our audience can learn that since young you can behave differently and grow up to be great.
Luckily, I have a few buddies, like you call, who like work with me when we are both junior, and now they're vice president in some of like very big blue chip company.
Yes.
And actually, I have to say like they don't change much because like when they were young, when they were junior, like me at that time, they were already very mature, very humble, very willing to learn and listen to the advices of the agency. When they come to us, actually they have the authority because they are our client. As we always say within the agency, they're the one who pay our salary. But they're very humble. They treat us like partner. And they treat us like we are the expert in our field, and they're willing to listen to us. And even if our opinion is like not very pleasing to them, maybe like we have like different opinion from theirs, but they're willing to listen to us, and they appreciate insight. They never say like the respondents are wrong or these respondents are like so immature kind of thing. Yeah, so they respect the respondent, they respect the agency, very humble.
I see. All right, so thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you very much, Jitu, for sharing about how we grow.
Thank you, Thann, for giving me a chance to share my experience and opinion.
Pleasure.
Thank you.